Hello friends, today we are going to see about the top 6 healthy alternatives to overcome your sweet cravings, healthy alternative foods for your sweet cravings. So, who this video is mainly for? I would recommend for those hostelers or those who are staying away from home in a separate rooms like in PGs. It would be definitely useful for them because if they have sweet cravings, they used to buy chocolates, they used to buy sweets from somewhere and they used to eat it, which will be an unhealthy option. So this will be healthy option for them. Then this is also a good for diabetes mellitus patients who is willing to eat sweets, who wants to eat more sweets. So this will be a healthy option. Third thing is who is planning for weight loss and who is restricting their sweet intakes and they're looking for some alternatives so that they can manage their sweet craving as well as they can pursue their weight loss goals also. Again, this video is not only for them. This video is good for anyone who is willing to follow a healthy lifestyle to learn new health tips also. This video is useful for them as well. So the next question is, why should I control my sweet cravings? Is there any reason for that? Should I control my sweet cravings? Is the first question. I would say definitely no. Because personally, I used to eat lot of sweets. I like sweets. I never wanted to control my sweet cravings because actually there is no need to control sweet cravings because every body may need a different kind of taste. So some body might need more sweet taste. So we can't just say that our body needs more sweets and we can't just keep on eating sweets. We should know whether it is actually our body needs or whether we are just eating sweets just like that. So how can we know that? Again, mindful eating is a simple technique. Just putting your attention and consciousness into the sweets while you are eating, it will say whether you actually needs or not. If your body doesn't need sweet, it will say that the sweet will become more for you. The sweet will it will taste like over sweetness. The normal sweetness will be too much sweetness for you so that you will start avoiding it. So it's always better to put your attention while eating sweet so that you actually know whether you have the need for the taste or not. And one more thing, why should I replace with healthy alternatives? So if my body actually needs sweets, I can take sweets, chocolates, anything else. Why should I replace with healthy alternatives? The second question. For that, I would like to say instead of eating something like a refined sugar, for example, I will give an example of a ghee biscuit. So the main ingredients are dalta, maida, and refined sugar. So in the list of top three healthy, unhealthy ingredients, these three will come. So if you eat an ingredient like this, so definitely you will be predisposed to conditions like diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and all those things will be there. And one more thing, it is always better to eat something instead of pure calories alone without any nutrition. It is always better to replace it with something which has other nutrition like antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, fibers, etc. So that's why this alternating this routine sweets with these healthy ingredients becomes essential. So now let's go into the topic. The first thing which I would like to say is dates. So dates is one of the sweetest foods. It can be stored for any longer time. It won't perish at all. So it is rich in antioxidants, so it has anti-inflammatory properties also. So it helps in the control of diabetes mellitus, cholesterol, and anti-cancer properties and prevents cancer also. So it is also rich in vitamins and minerals and fiber. So it helps in skin and hair health. It helps in weight loss journey also. It improves the bone health, brain and kidney function, and it improves the fertility in males. So it helps in normal vaginal delivery, one thing, and again it is rich in iron, so it helps in preventing the anemia, especially in women who are pregnant. So the second thing I would like to suggest is dry grapes. So again for dates, you can take a minimum of 4 to 6 each day. The maximum number of things, there is no limit. You can take any amount as per your wish, but please don't take like exceedingly high amount. But there is no upper limit. So the second thing is dry grapes. It is rich in antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fibers. So it has productive. It is productive against diabetes mellitus, cancer, and anemia. So it helps in weight loss journey again. It helps in improving immunity because it has vitamin C a lot, and it helps in improving our skin and hair health. and it strengthens the bone and it improves our sexual function. So one more thing, it helps the digestive function, it prevents constipation and improves our bowel habits. And one more thing, if we have bad breath, if you eat some dry grapes, it will prevent that. One of my personal experiences is that my great grandfather used to have uh, dry grapes in his pouch all the time, and especially children like dry grapes very much. So he used to give it to the children, and he used to eat it every day. So that's why people around him always say, since he ate dry grapes every day, that's one of the reason for his longevity, like more life, and he lived up to like 90 years. So they say that it is one of the reason. Maybe that's one of the reason also, since it improves the immunity. So the one more thing in the dry fruits category, I would like to add one more thing, but I didn't count it as one thing. I will say the reason because the thing is fig. Fig usually initially we used to eat in a fresh form, but now dry figs are available all over our country. It is again rich in fiber, antioxidant, vitamins, and minerals. It helps, so again it helps in preventing our non-communicable diseases. It helps in weight loss journey. It improves digestion and prevents constipation. It improves our hair health also. So why I don't suggest this? It is one of the costliest things. So for a routine, for a day-to-day consumption, you can always consume like around maximum 3 figs a day. That's more than sufficient. But since it is costly, I didn't count it as a count it in this category. So the third thing I would like to suggest is the honey. So honey, only one reason, one suggestion I would like to give for those people who are willing to change into vegan, even if you are planning to change into vegan, I would say you need not stop honey. So this is one of the magic ingredients like which has almost all the benefits. It is rich in antioxidants, it is antimicrobial, it is again rich in minerals and vitamins. So it improves the overall health and immunity. It prevents it destroys the worm in our gut and improves digestion. It prevents ulcers. It acts as a prebiotic, helps in the growth of good bacteria, and also it helps in improving our sleep, and it prevents us from seasonal cough, cold. It helps in soothing the sore throat. So it prevents cough and cold, and it helps improve head. It helps in reducing our headache also. So again, honey is one of the best ingredients for facial. So if you apply honey topically, either alone honey or if you mix with other ingredients like lemon, uh, it is very beneficial and you can see the effects immediately. So honey is again one of the ingredients which helps both in weight loss and weight gain. So usually they used to say if you mix in warm water and drink honey, it helps in weight loss, and if you drink in cold water and drink honey, it helps in weight gain. But I would like to say whatever the way you consume, like even if you consume the raw honey, it is going to balance your weight. So if you are confused about whether to drink in warm water or cold water, I would say if you can daily consume it in raw honey itself without mixing with water, that itself will help in balancing your weight since it boosts metabolism. So honey, you can either consume it as honey or else honey comes in various forms, like it comes mixed with dry fruits. But the choice about dry fruits I would like to say is I would like to eat each fruits individually because I would like to taste the each and every ingredient like nuts and fruits separately. That will be a good option. And one more thing is there is no specific health benefits of mixing honey with these dry fruits. And again consuming honey in one other ways, honey is soaked in gooseberries. So gooseberry is one of the ingredients which I personally feel that it helps in improving our longevity. So there is one Tamil story. The Avaya who gave the gooseberry to the king Adyaman. So that gooseberry is supposed to increase the lifespan of the person who is going to eat it. So it's only the gooseberry that came as an example for improving the longevity, and it's not apple or any other fruit. So again, it ha- it has anti-aging properties and it is rich in antioxidants. So it is anti-cancerous. It decreases and prevents hypertension, PCOD, decreases cholesterol, prevents diabetes mellitus. It improves the insulin sensitivity, it prevents anemia. So again, it helps in weight loss journey. So it improves the overall gut function, prevents indigestion, ulcers, all those things. It helps in improving the skin and hair health. Especially for hair, it helps in preventing the dandruff and graying. That's why many of the herbal shampoos these days come along with the amla or gooseberries or nellika in Tamil. So it helps improve. It helps the improving eye function. It prevents the irritation of the redness of the eyes, and it boosts our metabolism, prevents diarrhea, dysentery, and other infections, and it improves our appetite, and it also prevents the seasonal infections, cough and cold. It improves our brain function and prevents osteoarthritis. So the fifth ingredient I would like to suggest, this is the fourth ingredient. The fourth ingredient I would like to suggest is coconut palm sugar or rocky candy. In Tamil we call it as panangarkandu. So the main thing, if you ask me one point about this is, it is low in glycemic index. Although it's a sugar, it is low in glycemic index, which is 35. So that's why even if diabetes patients, if they are consuming jaggery or consuming refined sugar, if they can't control that, they can use this as an alternative. But the thing is, it is much less sugary than, much less sweeter than all other substances. So again, it is not refined, so you don't get those chemicals. It is rich in antioxidant, fibers, nutrition, minerals, and it is rich in fatty acids, and also it helps in improving gut health. So the fifth ingredient I would like to suggest is sweet sombu in Tamil. In English, we call it as aniseed or fennel seed or saunf. So I will leave all the spellings in the description. You can check here. Even I have just googled it, the English name for what is sweet sombo. That's why I learned it. I'm hearing these words for the first time. Even I don't know what is the exact what people commonly use. So if you don't know, you just type aniseed and like Google, and what is the Telugu word for aniseed or fennel seed. You can put and you can find for your specific regional languages. So again, it is rich in fiber, polyphenol, antioxidant, other antioxidant vitamins and minerals. So again, it helps in preventing the non-communicable diseases, improves the gut health, preventing constipation, indigestion, irritable bowel, and bloating, heartburn, all those things. It decreases the appetite, so it helps on our weight loss journey. And for breastfeeding mothers, it improves the breast milk secretion, and it improves the side effect. It prevents the asthma and improves our eyesight and prevents acne. So again, sweet sambu, the covering, outer covering of or the sweetness comes from the refined sugar only. So one thing, if you ask me, should we eat refined sugar? I would say we are not going to consume this sweet sambu in a large amount. We are going to consume in a very minimal amount only. So there is nothing, not much harm in consuming it. So if you are so conscious not even to have even a half gram or half milligram of sugar, you can always avoid it. So the sixth thing I would like to suggest is gulkan or sweet rose. So only very few of the ingredients which we used to eat have the taste called tuvarp. Actually, in English, there is no exact term for tuvarp, because English literature used to say there are only 5 tastes, but in Tamil we call it arusuvai. So tuvarp is there. So it is essential. It is essential. It boosts many of the functions. So among those, sombe is one of the ingredient. Fennel seed is one of the ingredient which has that taste, and sweet rose is one of the ingredients which has the tuvarp taste. So that's why the sweet sombu is always kept in hotels and in functions, and it is consumed after food so that it improves our digestion. Again, gulkan or sweet rose is again kept with the betel leaves, and it is eaten at the end of the food so that it again improves digestion. So this taste has the specific capacity to improve digestion. It improves the blood production also, and also it improves our immunity. So, so it prevents all the digestion, gut-related problems like constipation, acidity, gastritis, indigestion, or ulcer. So, improves the memory, prevents eye irritation, improves eyesight, and it relieves the lethargy, infections, and allergies that are happening, and it improves our sleep, sexual function, and it helps in reducing the acne. So again, it helps in improving anemia, and it has body cooling properties for anyone, especially for pregnant ladies, and it helps in improving the health of the uterus. So we're almost at the end. I would like to say my favorite ingredient. So this is groundnut mixed with jaggery, just grinded in home. So my favorite sweet ingredients are like sweets made with sesame seeds and groundnut seeds. So although this is not a healthy ingredient for diabetes mellitus patients and weight loss patients, this is one of my favorites. So for diabetes mellitus patients, if you ask me what are the ingredients that will be good, I would say you can consume dates, dry grapes, figs, uh, and all those things. And if you are taking jaggery and if you want to replace it with something, you can take with palm sugar. So I was like for a sweet rose and honey, I would say it's better not to take because they are so sweet. Again, if you ask me, should I completely remove all those ingredients from my diet? Not necessarily. Optimal, you can consume always in an optimal amount. Always moderation is the key. And one more caution note which I would like to give is, I have told that these ingredients are rich in fiber, antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. So if you ask me how much they are rich, I would say they are not so much rich, but they contain those minerals in minimal amounts, and we are not going to consume these ingredients in large amount. If you ask me, if we are taking dry grapes, we are going to take about 10 to 20 per day. That's all. We are not going to take more than that. Again, if it is like sweet rose, we are going to take 1 or 2 spoons each day. So with this small amount, we are not going to get a great amount of vitamins and minerals. The main thing is, instead of consuming like simple sugars, refined sugars, simple calories by other processed foods mixed with chemicals, we're alternating with this. So this is the simple concept behind replacing the refined oil with cold pressed oil, or behind replacing the refined sugar with jaggery or some other things, and also consuming the small ingredients that are in our food like coriander, curry leaves. That's the reason. These are not going to completely replace our vitamin and nutrition minerals needs. These are going to supplement in a small amount. Although in a small amount, it is, instead of consuming something bad, it's always good to consume such things. So again, did you learn anything new in this video? So what is your favorite sweet among this, or do you have any other sweet ingredient which you like? Are you able to control your sweet cravings? How you are managing all those things? You leave all those things in the comments, and also you give the suggestions about the videos, the suggestions for the next topics as well. Again, see you again in a video with a good topic. Until then, it's Aravind signing off. Bye.